And we're live! Hello all and welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name as always is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and we are here with the lovely Ms. Jo Fallak.
Hello.
The handsome Mr. Justin Thomas James. The gorgeous Mr. Rob Deobald.
Hello, hi.
And we are here tonight with Apocalypse World Session 4. That's right. That's no, just there. It is a night of death and decay and sex and guns and violence and more guns and more sex.
In that order.
In that order. That's right. Welcome back to Apocalypse World. If this is your first time watching Apocalypse World, you're on session 4. Whatever, you're fine. If this is your first time watching the INVICTUS stream, then you're in for a twisty treat. Why twisty? I don't know.
Do we like Twizzlers?
Yeah, because you like Twizzlers or pulling peels or whatever they are. This is, of course, an 18-plus show. If you're uncomfortable with no-no words such as pee-pee, poo-poo, Hardy Boys, then you make sure to close out the video. But before you do it, you like the video, because that's the most important thing. When you like the video, Rob gets fed.
It's true. It's all, they give me treats every like. It's a real to-do.
He gets eaten out, is what Joe's
for
trying
me.
to signify there.
It's dinner time, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
5-year-old.
I like
But yeah, Rob will get sexual favors. So like the video as many times as you can. Also, consider joining the Facebook group and things. The Facebook group is the place where we get together and we hang out and we chat. When you're part of the Facebook group, you have a chance to win the most valuable post. The most valuable post is the post of the week that we distinguish amongst the rest, and we say, hey, you done good. However, this week's winner isn't just through the Facebook group, it's actually through the Discord chat. See, last week on Apocalypse World Session 3, we asked you to come up with some silly little names. My favorite being, what was it, 1-800?
1-800 Thomas.
1-800 Thomas.
I believe that was the Zia original.
But this week, we're actually rewarding the winner of the MVP to Mike Kyle.
Good job, Mike.
The reason being is he had such a significant number of additions, such a significant number of
Entries?
Entries, that's the word I was looking for. Such a difficult word to remember. That we wanted to reward him and say, you done good. So, Mike, you win this week's MVP. Well done.
People are saying that the screen layout is weird.
Yeah, it's not weird. It's just normally I have Joe up in the corner, but you're now amongst us, the rabble.
Jeff said it's a Command and Conquer background.
What?
I don't know what that means.
No, he's just being funny. It's the Apocalypse World one. It's the same one. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's the same background, is it? Or did I replace it with something else?
I don't know. Is it the Ross Rifles one?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's Curse of Strahd. This is I think this is the one I picked for Apocalypse World. I don't really remember.
The one we got now.
Yeah, I think what they might be referring to is that normally I had Joe up in the top corner and us three hoodlums down, but because of the order in which we joined the chat, Justin's up in the GM spot.
Or maybe it's my map.
Or it could be your new map. What's
my
that
new
map of?
Map of Faerun.
Faerun?
If you'll just follow me here, we have the wood.
Seems like a forgotten realm.
The wood of sharp teeth.
Oh, do you hear what Rob did? You fucking
C word.
What's the C word?
Caramel.
Chords? Caramel. You fucking caramel. But that's right. What are we talking about?
What?
I don't know.
That's the thing we're doing tonight. Hope you enjoy it. Apocalypse World and all that jazz. I have a spot on my screen. Makes me look like I have a spot on my head. Hold on, everyone, stop. This
You
is
gonna lick
important.
your screen?
Yeah, I just did it. So what's up?
With us?
Yeah. What's up, Rob? How'd you have a good day?
What's that?
Did you have a good day? I don't just.
It was a good day. Yeah, I had a massage.
What? Whoa!
It's true.
Whoa! You can't just spring that on us.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't want to. I didn't have any better time to let you know. Did some shopping for the cottage this weekend, or the cabin if you're in Western Canada.
You went shopping for our cottage weekend?
I did. It was the only time I had to get groceries and stuff, so I picked up some things.
So what did you get us?
Well, I'm making shakshuka on Saturday morning, and that so stuff.
Shakshuka?
It's true.
Are you gonna be there for breakfast, Justin? Because
Mate,
now you
Saturday
are.
morning, you better make it up there in time.
what is shakshuka?
It is a really tasty. It's poached eggs in this really spicy, interesting tomato
Is it
sauce.
Moroccan?
It's I think it's sort of one of those things everywhere in North Africa, and the it sort of has their own take on it.
Yeah,
So it's,
I've definitely made a
no.
version
I think everybody
of
tries to
this.
claim their own thing, but
Cool.
it's pretty tasty.
Super exciting.
That sounds.
Yeah.
That's a great. We should fight someone named shakshuka.
Shakshuka is a
I'm
good name. It's by
adding it
entry.
to the
I should have.
list.
It's already added to the list. Well, I'm really
Nice.
excited,
Oh, really?
Rob. I'm really excited that you are coming with us to the cottage or cabin
Me
if you're
too.
in, southern Canada. I know it's eastern, but I'm dropping it down.
I think it's northern.
I'm glad you
Central.
mentioned.
No, if Northern Canada is camp, Sudbury,
It's a camp.
Northern. It's a camp. There's a whole.
And Western
Map.
Canada is go fuck yourself. That's just what they say.
I'm going to the go fuck yourself tonight.
It's truck time, guys.
Truck o'clock.
It's time for the truck to drive by.
you know that time.
The time that says, "Let's get on."
Soon to be
Let's
followed
get
by.
Do it. Let's get it on.
Truck idle
Let's do it. Why
o'clock.
not? I heard about Rob's day. I'm fulfilled.
That's all I need.
Let's do it,
Glad
ladies
that
and
was
gentlemen.
good, yeah.
Without further ado, let's get into it. This is Apocalypse World.
It's coming up on nightfall in Kashmir. The sky is turning from light blue to a twilight navy color around the edges. And the sound of motorcycles is coming from the wilderness. A group of motorcycles rolls into town, maybe about 50 of them. At first, people don't really pay too much mind, but then they do because they recognize these hoodlums, these ruffians, the people dressed in sheet metal. They are the tax collectors' boys, and they are going somewhere in particular. The corrugated sheet metal door of the clinic bursts open to reveal everything as we had left it. There are cabinets open and empty of supplies, the things that we packed along with us on the ambulance. There's one light on, a bare bulb hanging from the ceiling, and these toughs, these men and women, ransack the place. They knock tables over. They tear moldering couch cushions apart. They knock down walls. They destroy the place. And we are far away from here when this happens. We are in an ambulance under the same twilight sky, driving towards something unsure. Locke, you just killed a man. Maybe less than an hour ago.
Right. I've already forgotten about it, really. It's a pretty standard affair.
But you got a machete to the calf.
Oh, right, yeah. And
So-
Ruth, I do believe, patched me up pretty well to show the people that she was capable of healing. Is that right?
Yeah,
But
bandaged it up anyways, just enough to.
yeah,
But
there's
it's still smart a little bit. But it feels actually really, it's smart. But boy, the thrill of it, just absolutely incredible. And I'm a little bit exhilarated, if you know what I mean.
where are you sitting in the ambulance? Up top
Oh, I'm
still, or are
sitting up
you?
top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this feels rather vulgar, but I don't know whether or not it's alone time up here for me right now, as the ambulance is moving, right?
Yeah, it is. We already gave the 18 plus rating.
All right, well, it's 18 plus. I mean, Locke, it's been more than 24 hours since my last action, so I'm probably just gonna, take care of things solo while I'm up here, pretend that I'm looking out.
So, Locke, you are making use of the privacy of the roof of this ambulance. Probably not the first time this has happened, I imagine.
Oh,
It's a little bit romantic. The wind through the hair under the starlight.
Nothing saying that you can't romance
Oh, yeah.
yourself.
That's
fact,
what I'm
you
saying.
right. I'm using the pain to, just to reach new heights,
You're like
literally.
mashing at your calf a little bit. Just get a
little
little,
bit.
little sensation.
Oh man! Oh,
Off, bang, boom.
That's rough.
it's
Rough
real
stuff.
nice, really
Hex-
good. I would go over a bump.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's it. That's it. Do I have to roll for that?
No, you're practiced.
No, you're well. You're well.
There's
You
no
know the
question
way
about
around
whether
that.
this succeeds or not. You just do it.
So I've got hard checked. Do I?
No,
do I
because
get
you're
to
no
check
longer
that?
hard.
Oh damn it!
Yeah,
Alright.
sorry. You
Well,
should have
that's
asked me
cool.
before.
You got flaccid checked.
Behave.
All right.
Hex, where are you? Are you up front with? I presume that Ruth is driving. Or
I
agree
feel
with
like-
Brandon, yeah.
yeah.
I feel like as Locke relieves himself, he's like, and like looks over to the one area of the roof that he wasn't looking at, and I'm also masturbating. I'm like, you're not the only one up here, buddy. Just like wink. No, yeah, I'm probably sitting up with Ruth, my feet on the dash, playing with my knives, looking out the window, asking, what do you think the lyrics of "Come On, Eileen" actually mean? Do you think they're as dirty as they are?
I mean, is there a part that stands out for you?
Come
I
on, Eileen.
I can't think of it.
Is are they saying like "Come on, Eileen" or "Come on, Eileen"?
I've always took it to be the first one, but
Yeah. And like Hex looks disappointedly out the window, like it's like the deepest revelation of his life. Yeah, me too.
huh?
That's Hex's intro.
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, Hex a lot
Sometimes he's just a deep thinker.
deep. You had to, or you didn't have to, but you chose to seduce Scary Daniel last episode.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't need to rub one out.
Yeah,
much as
you've got
Justin.
your stuff covered as much as Justin.
covered in. You should see what it's covered in.
Oh, Ruth, what's going on in your head?
I mean, it's I think she's sort of cataloging. She's very practical. She's still got a dude on life support she's trying to keep alive in the back. She's just picked up all the high tech stuff because we Hex made friends with Scary Daniel and we got what we needed. We're on our way to this really scary place with a brain projector. We can sort of connect up. Like I think she's just like going through the real practical, like trying to picture the road ahead. It's getting dark. There are these big headlights from the bus ahead of her, and that's sort of where she's thinking. She's on the road. She's trying to keep things steady. And I think that's like true metaphorically and with her driving the bus or driving the ambulance.
Ruth, as you keep your eyes on the road, dutifully, as you are wont to do, you notice in the gloom of twilight as it's approaching that there are shapes. There are shapes flanking the ambulance. They are moving alongside you. They're coming from a distance and they're moving fast. These are
Can I see it in the mirrors or in?
There are some to either side of you, ahead of you, and then as you check your side view mirrors, there are some coming up beside you. It seems like maybe an ambush.
Hex, you see that? You just want to let everybody know there's some folks
Still like
coming
looking
up.
at the
Could
window,
be
like
nothing.
tapping it. Yeah. Okay. He like stands up like a little kid. And goes to the back and he's
I can't
like,
hear what you're saying.
"There's
I can't hear
what? Can't hear what I'm saying?
You guys are cutting in and out for a second there.
Is it a gate problem?
Oh, maybe. Let me see what the gate's at. I can't check the gate anymore because it's gonna cut off the video. There we go.
You're sounding fine to me. Joe's gate is cutting out a little bit.
Oh, Joe's gate is at like 5 or something. That's why. And my gate's got 0. I played with the gates too much. That should be better. There might be some echo still. I don't know. We haven't played with this new setup yet. Hex sort of like stands up like a little kid and he's like, he like walks over and to the back and he's like, yeah, guys, there's something up ahead. Sorry, what? What's up ahead? He says like sleepily to Ruth.
Hex, there's lights approaching from either side of us and ahead of us. Like it's this is
not lights, shapes. These are actually.
Sorry, I missed that again. You're cutting out.
I'm cutting out. Not lights.
Oh.
Sounds fine to Justin, right?
Yep. Sounds fine to me.
I think it's just you, Robert.
Oh, maybe it's
that's
Rob's
me, yeah.
internet.
I don't know.
Oh no.
I'll ask the
Ask.
See what the stream thinks.
stream
Okay.
says sounds fine on this end. Sorry, Rob.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
Deleted. No, I'm just kidding.
These are definitely not lights. These are not vehicles. These are moving shapes.
Oh shit.
Right.
Yeah. That's even worse.
And Hex is just like,
I
what?
notice these things as I open my eyes from my reverie, and I quickly wipe off and pull up my linens and grab my crossbow and bang down with a wet hand. Hey, we've got company.
With a wet hand.
Yeah, I know. Just keep an eye out. I'd like to read a sitch maybe, just to try and get a feel for what the F is going on over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's throw those dice.
Roll them bones.
And I got a 9 plus my sharpest 10, 11, 12. So yeah, we're laughing. What should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for these creatures. They are large. You've never seen them before, but then again, I don't know if you've ever been north of the oil sands before.
Nope.
They like to travel in packs, as you are now witnessing, and they are hungry.
Hex is
maybe
still
I'll hold the 2 questions till they get a little closer, just to see what they
Hex
do
is
next.
still thinking that you're like talking about something mundane. So he's like lazily leaning over the front seat. He's like, I told him, what do you want to do?
I don't know, Hex. I've never. You've been up here before. You ever seen anything like those?
And I finally like
You know,
glance up to the front and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, these things are closing in on you fast.
And I like run to the back and I like, do you have any like weapons in your truck? I feel like there's like a shotgun mounted, but I guess there's no weapons.
Ruth's got a shotgun on her.
That's not how the game works.
Yeah. Do you have a shotgun?
No, I have knives. What's useless.
So as these things are getting closer, which enemy is the biggest threat?
Probably the one that is closest to you, as you are continuing to drive forward with the ambulance, the ones that are ahead of you come into closer view. There's two on either side of the road, and the closest one we'll say is on the left. He's pretty big. They are quadrupedal, hairy, and about the size of a car.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
What is my best way past?
Your best way past is to not stop the car.
Sure.
Do not just use the ambulance as what it can do for you, because there are a lot of these.
Yeah.
So probably through. The best way past is through.
You know, they say that sometimes. Yeah. Are they like coming at us to attack us?
Yes.
Are they like they're gonna?
They don't have like wine and cheese or anything.
No. So I mean, I think it's like use the ambulance as a weapon. Gun the gas. Go to the one that's right in front of me and just seize by force. I want to get.
While he's doing this, I'm just going to position myself on Elvira, like in a way that she's like pointed at the back door, in case I need to
cool.
like, in case we ever get like slammed. I just have this idea from the outside where it's like,
Oh, and then you like fly out the back.
Yeah, I'm like
fucking love
pouring out
that.
the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you get in position in the rear,
Just
and
like
so
frantically piecing it together while he's doing it.
you're keeping hold of something you have, basically.
I think I want to fight our way free.
Ah, yes, I love that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna aim right for the one who's vulnerable to me, who's the big one, sort of right on the left.
Yep.
Just sort of go through that one, and that's our hole.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's roll with my hard, which is +1, and that number is a 4. +1 for hard is 5. +1 because it's the vulnerable enemy is 6. Could use a little help.
From who? Us?
Can I help him somehow? Can I give him help?
I mean,
No.
doesn't seem like it right now.
No.
Yeah. So that doesn't go great.
So
Nope.
yeah,
Yeah.
so here's what happens. You essentially aim the ambulance right for this closest monster, and you collide.
Oh, fuck.
You definitely kill it, because it explodes all over the windshield in just this splatter of blood and other liquids and hair. And it makes a terrifying screaming noise, and it's still making this noise, but it's descending in volume and pitch. So you would assume that it's dead. The ambulance has suffered from this.
Sure.
You come to an abrupt stop as the front half of the ambulance crumples. The hood is pretty severely damaged.
So it is armored. The ambulance. It's not.
Yeah.
Regular car,
Yeah.
however that
So
factors in, but yeah, it's.
I mean, I don't think the ambulance is going to suffer mechanical harm, but
Okay.
you are halted in your tracks, and
Got it, yeah.
additionally, Hex, you are shaken from the back of the ambulance as the doors fly open, and both you and what the fuck is his
Grundle?
name? Grundle
Oh, no.
on his life support gurney, and you on your bicycle are both propelled.
It's not a bicycle, it's a chopper. Can I, because I was prepping, can I like out the back?
Yeah, you
I-
can.
Okay,
Yeah.
badass.
So-
Because basically as that happens, the double doors like smash open and I like skid out as I'm revving the engine. Like shoots of sand just go in a wide arc. Like just spinning it around and like, what do I see first and foremost? Or should I
So
roll? I don't know. Do you want me to roll what I see?
I mean, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what you see, and then if you want to get some insight about that, you can
If I
roll
want
for that.
more.
There are 3 other creatures apart from the one that is expiring on the hood of the ambulance. They are probably within galloping distance of you, maybe 30 feet away. And there are 2 more, probably 2 blocks away, 2 city blocks, coming up from behind, running fast.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are big. They have giant teeth, shiny yellow eyes and humanoid faces. It's like pale peach flesh around these like terrifying muzzles.
Yeah, so I like bust out and like the arc of sand plops on the heads of the few that are around me as I get a look at them. I mean, do I recognize them, or is like totally?
No, these are pretty new creatures to you.
Wow.
You may have heard stories of wolfmen, but I don't think you've ever been able to put a name to a face.
Dope. Yeah, so I'm gonna like off the back, and I'm gonna like see what I see, and then I'm just gonna fucking jet away and try to lead as many as I can. And maybe as I'm like going, I'm gonna like throw a blade at one just to sort of tickle it before it chases me.
How close do you have to be to use your blades?
I mean, normally they're melee, but I'm sure I have the ability to throw it, even if it's at extreme disadvantage.
What's the adjective that's applied?
The adjective is hidden knives, to harm hand infinite.
So you can bring it to bear only when you're within arm's reach of your target or subject. You can absolutely attack one of these creatures, but they're going to have to be real close to you.
So it's impossible to throw it, eh?
That is the constraint of the knives.
Bummer. Okay, I instead will... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Okay. I'm going to pour out the back and see the craziness that has befallen us. Because there's 3 of them around us, you said, and more approaching.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like reeling in circles, and I'm like assessing the situation and sweating under my helmet because for some reason I have a helmet. And then I'm just going to stop as the engine idles for a second. And I'm going to cut the engine, and I'm going to take off my helmet. And I'm going to use an arresting Skinner. When you remove a piece of clothing you own or someone else's, no one who can see you can do anything but watch. You command their absolute attention. So assuming that these things saw me because I made a huge sound, I'm just gonna like try to get their attention for a minute, as like maybe Locke can do something or whatever. Because I can't think of anything else because I'm not gonna be able to outrun them, and I don't want to leave them.
That's interesting.
I was thinking there's backlit by the lights on the ambulance or whatever. Just
this like really action-filled scene for like a second, like, and then like, pom, 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 and then I like wave it. It's like the beads of sweat are on like on the green backlight. For some reason, this green is like just like reflecting on my head as these creatures stare at me, I guess.
Tell me what happens with that.
Yeah, they're like these.
Do you have to
creatures
roll
like,
something?
What?
Don't you have to roll something?
No, I don't think so. That's just what it says. When you remove a piece of clothing you own or someone else's, no one who can see you can do anything but watch. You command their absolute attention. If you choose, you can exempt individual people by name. That's the full write-up.
Okay.
I don't know how long it lasts or what, but that's the entirety
You
of it.
definitely command their entire attention, and they are watching you. I will say that by this move, these are not strictly people, but you have definitely enticed them. So you can use that as your leverage however you like.
I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm assuming I can still like talk, and I'll be like, get out of here, guys. I can hold their attention for a moment.
Yeah, this is like a cinematic beat where you see them like come to a stop around the ambulance, and they all kind of pace around the sides and regard you. What happens next?
It's up to them.
Locke?
Well, Lark is completely mesmerized.
I would exempt you by name. I would.
Oh, all right. Well,
I should say it. I would exempt. I would say Locke and I want to say Ruth.
Because we've been watching a lot of Friends.
And because his partner's name is Rach.
Ross,
Rachel. You're right. That is why I wanted to say Rach, not because of that. That's funny. Yeah, I would exempt you guys by name. I said, look away and get out of here, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. This is weird. I don't know what's going on.
And I'm gonna load my crossbow, and I say, "What's the move, boss?
What's going on back there?"
You don't know. Fucking Hex is out there trying to allure these creatures. I think he's
successfully
sacrificing himself.
Grundle is like laying on his side on the sand. There's like one wheel turning of the gurney, just like.
I'm not trying to sacrifice myself. I like yell. Oh, I'm just trying to keep their attention while you get away.
We lost the cargo, boss.
We gotta get Grundle. This whole thing doesn't mean anything.
Well, then
All right,
fucking
then,
do it. I'm like
hop
still
over
trying to
the
command
edge.
their attention.
And I like flip some dreads back as I casually watch, and I wink at Hex, give him a thumbs up as I grab Grendel and put him back on the gurney. Is it? Am I able to just throw him over my shoulder, grab the gurney, and throw it back into the ambulance?
Yeah, you're a strong guy. That's like your whole deal.
That's my
And you look
deal.
good
All
doing
right,
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I look fantastic. And I'm going to just put it in the back there. I'm going to put Grendel on top and say, there's a whole bunch of wires and shit that I can't put back in, so you're going to have to do that, Ruth.
Just get everything in the back of the van, or in the back of the ambulance, so we can get out of here.
Mox and
we
Chikus
have
are
a
like,
tow cable?
yeah, we got this. It's fine. Do we have a tow cable?
Yeah,
Ruth?
tie a tow cable to my waist. And we'll like Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny it.
It was just.
And I'm like, bye.
I will say.
I'm gonna.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I will say
were you
that
gonna say?
the amount of time that it takes Locke to load Grundle back up into the back of the ambulance is exactly how long that the arresting Skinner effect lasts. And now these three creatures.
It doesn't really have a time.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. These three creatures look like they're ready to bite you.
I'm gonna do like what Jurassic Park is, and I'll be like, their vision is based on movement, and I'm just gonna like back towards the ambulance really slow.
It's like
despite being
thick
the opposite.
ropes of saliva are just dripping down from between their teeth as their teeth. Did you like that?
Their teeths.
As soon as I hear the back door shut, I'm slamming
You
my
just-
foot on the gas and getting out of here.
Okay. You do it. You drive, and
And I'll be jumped in the back, obviously.
and what?
And I'll jump on the back.
Jump on the back with your bike?
Are you leaving your
Oh
bike?
no, I guess I'm with my bike, aren't I? So this takes away. So he throws Grundle in the back, shuts the door, and then he drives away.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do?
I get on my bike. And I go. I mean, I didn't. Technically, I actually didn't get off my bike. I'm still on it. I just turned the engine off. So
Okay.
I'm going to turn the engine and throw it into high gear and just speed off after the ambulance.
I want you to both roll plus cool and modify that with your vehicle's speed, which are
Sure.
things that you should have.
Plus
Just
cool.
to add on to that scene, I'm imagining Locke, like when he put Grendel in and like got that, he like closed the doors, smacked the top of the ambulance to make it go, and then grabbed on, and then looked back at Hex. and
Yeah.
said, all right, we're good.
Whatever. I'll be famed. I got 9 plus whatever my bike gives me. It's just 1.
I'm not sure what you chose for your bike's speed.
I have my attributes, but speed was my thing.
Yeah.
Great.
So I get plus 1 to that.
Yeah, I
So-
would think so.
So yeah, I get a 10.
So I rolled a 5.
Oh,
Plus 1 for my coolest 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the lookout for this pack. So I'm taking that plus 1 forward for my 7. But it's close.
okay.
But I get to pick one.
Yeah, I'm
unless
looking
we're-
at outdistance another vehicle because
Yeah.
I'm considering these guys as, they run real fast. So we'll deal with Harlan's bike, Elvira, first. Hex's bike. On a 10 plus, you outdistance them and break away
Fuck yeah.
So
So I
you
like
are-
go past the ambulance.
fast. Bye, guys. Yeah, but Ruth.
And like as Locke sees me go by, he just sees like my middle finger in the shadow. Be like,
They
jerk.
they overtake us, but suffer 1 harm AP from the strain.
Okay. So I will say that sounds like they are shoulder to shoulder with you for a little while on this stretch of road, and as they come up to within striking distance, you pick one of them off with a clever maneuver, sort of ramming them with the side or the back of the ambulance.
Dope.
But now there are 2 of them, one on either side of you. And Ruth, as you are dispatching with one of the three, so you quickly veer to the right and you crash up against the side of one of these creatures. And then when you veer back to the left to center yourself back on the road that you're following, the creature that was on your left pounces and tears the door off of the ambulance.
Oh, fuck.
And you are exposed.
The side door that I'm on.
Yes, the driver's
Shit.
side door.
Well, that's no good.
No, it's very bad.
It is pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, I think they're sort of right there, and I'm just looking for the perfect opportunity to sort of bring the whole vehicle over and try and smash them into something else. Try to shoulder them into a coming rock or a tree or anything I see coming up.
Okay.
Be ready to sort of
Do you want to do something under fire, or unless you have a
shoulder another vehicle is a
yes,
move
it
on there.
is. Okay, roll plus cool.
Cool's gonna come around for me any minute now. Oh, there we are. 6 and 5 is 11 plus 1 is 12. On a hit, you shoulder them aside, inflicting vehicle harm as established. My vehicle is massive AF, so inflict. I don't know. It's like my massive is 4, so plus 1 is 5.
Okay.
A direct hit inflicts 3 harm plus your massive is, so that's like 7.
Wow.
So that's significant harm. I say that you are so alarmed by this beast ripping off the door of your vehicle that you actually spin out. And in doing so, you take out both of these creatures, one in the front, one as your rear comes around and catches it. And we have a lot of roadkill and an ambulance that is looking a little bit poorer for the wear.
I spin out,
Fucking hey, Ruth!
like turn
Did you
around.
see that? I
Whoa.
fucking saw it. I was almost in it. Shit.
Yeah, how are you handling being up on top of the ambulance when all this is going down?
Oh, I'm hurt again.
Again? That was quick.
It was a very quick turnaround, but here I am, life and death situation, just back right up.
Hex, where are you?
So I like spin around, like maybe, 50 feet ahead of them, and just like again do that cool arc and like flick my headlight on and like bathe the ambulance and the carnage in light against the night.
One of those beasts like tries to haul itself to its feet and starts to drag itself away into the twilight.
And I'm not gonna fuck with that thing.
Yeah, it's making this terrible high-pitched noise.
And I would start riding back and like come along the window of Ruth and like knock and be like,
Window?
There's no door.
There's no door anymore.
oh right, well not the other side.
Oh,
You
that's
go to knock.
Yeah, I'm like, Ruth, you fucked those things up. Well done.
What the fuck were they?
I don't know, some sort of were creatures. Where are they now? Dead is where they are.
Mox
Have
is
you
like,
seen those before?
Ruth, I need your help back
Yeah.
here.
Shit. How's Grundle?
He's not doing great.
Okay.
It pulled out the IV that you have.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna dash back there and try and do something.
That just requires your concentration for a little bit.
Sure.
Shigusa is like holding a handful of power cables. She's like, it ripped it right out of the generator. I don't know what to do. She just hands them to you, and Grundle's nose is started bleeding again. You don't know where he's getting all this blood.
And I'm gonna take
Surely
a look
there's
out.
not much left.
I'm gonna look into the darkness.
Ooh.
Like I want to see if I can see anything. Actually, is anyone else approaching? So I'll roll if I can see what I can see.
Do you want to gaze in the abyss?
Yeah, and the Aegis.
Is that a different move in this game, or is that a different one? No, that's
The
one.
Aegis
Never mind.
Baze is
That's a different
back.
game.
Would you like to...
I have all my moves, but my basic moves.
I mean, there's augury. Did you want to copy a basic moves, baby?
Sure.
I meant open your brain to the world's psychic master.
Yes. So there's not really a situation to read necessarily.
Yeah, that's fair. I
But
thought there was a C
You could open your brain to the world's psychic maelstrom.
Sure, let's do that. So I add
Fuck
weird.
yeah. It's about time somebody else sees something weird.
Yeah, roll plus weird.
So I rolled a 9 plus... Oh shit. -2.
That's still a 7.
But I do have it highlighted, so I'm carrying that over.
That's great.
Okay, so 7. So I get...
You mark XP, and you get to have an impression.
So on a 7, it says... Oh.
The MC tells you something new and interesting about your current situation and might ask you a question or two. Answer them. On a 7 to 9, the MC gives you an impression.
Okay, so give me an impression.
You have an impression looking into the darkness. You're not really used to all this hoodoo voodoo shit.
Hoodoo.
You do.
Do what?
But Ruth is busy, and she's usually the one who does all the weird shit. It could be the afterglare from the lights on the ambulance. It maybe is heart palpitations. But you see something on the horizon. It looks like a city. And it fades like a mirage from your vision. But you see for a moment lights. And you smell cooking.
Hey.
And it recedes from your vision like waves.
Hey guys, I think I know which way to go. And I kind of look at Ruth. Well, I guess she's in the back. So I climb in through the front seat, the open door, and like lean in the back and like see Ruth working away and like just stare at her for a second. And I'm kind of like absorbing what we had talked about before in a new light, being like, maybe Ruth isn't crazy. And then I sort of bang on the door and be like, hey guys, I think I know where the thing is. I think I know where the place is. I think it's just a straight shot over to the east of us. Just for when it's convenient. As I see you're like up into your arms in blood and like freaking out trying to shove the thing back in. I'm like, I'll bring my bike around back. And I just like exit out.
Yeah, load your bike in and we gotta get a move on. We don't have a long time on Grundle here. We're gonna do what we can, but we gotta do it while we're moving.
Yeah, no, of course. And I load my bike up into the back and sugarcoat it.
Cool. You guys
Lock
gonna
door,
drive all night, or are you gonna put down?
Locke, you want to drive?
Well, and Locke's actually been napping, so he's
Post
he's
cum,
good to
it's
drive.
always sort of necessary.
Yeah, you know exactly.
Oh, I do.
And I'll drive, and I hop down. Good job back there, Ruth.
Thanks. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, thank you. We
Yeah,
gotta
no
figure
problem,
this out.
guys. It was nothing. Don't worry about it. Catching the gaze of all those monstrous creatures going out into the night. No thanks, needed. And I go up to the top thing that Locke jerked off on.
Does like cum everywhere? Ugh, sticky.
Everywhere.
I think there's a moment where Ruth stops what she's doing and just looks to where Hex was going and it's like was gonna say something, but he'd already been like turned it on and we're like, well, thanks guys for nothing, and it already like half turned away before she could do anything. It was like, okay.
Just like
and
real
Locke
life.
is just chuckling to himself as he starts up the ignition and begins driving over the bumpy road.
This is interesting. I wonder if Hex goes the way of like Loki, where he just ended up caring for himself in the end, which actually might be kind of fun.
I mean, I could see that.
I see it more and more. I'm thinking it could be fun actually though. Bye guys. Just like ducks out of the encounter.
You
All right, so I'm
drive.
driving. So, hey, Hex, you said I'm driving east, right?
Like my head like leans down over the thing and I'm like, yeah, that way. And I point to the direction of the visage I had. Vision.
All right, hold on tight. And I crank the wheel and begin heading that way.
And I put on radar love. Boom, boom,
I'm gonna actually read because it kind of looks miragey, right?
No, that was just to Hex
That was
because
it.
he was looking into the psychic maelstrom.
I see. Gotcha.
To you-
So I can't see anything.
No, you don't see any sign of civilization. You see
Okay.
wilderness, blasted as it is, something that you're used to, cut through with some tire tracks. Every now and then, the headlights of the ambulance catch these pole arms along the side of the road and these pitchforks, and there are stakes driven in that sort of delineate the road from the wilderness, and they're occasionally topped with skulls, it seems. And then it gets too dark for you to see, and you're driving in that sort of, half dream state. And you drive for a couple of hours.
Stay awake, Lark. Stay awake.
What are you guys subsisting on throughout this road trip? I'd like you all to spend one barter to upkeep your lifestyle, if you've got it to spend.
I always get it.
You've been eating food and
I do, in fact, have some barter.
etc.
Yeah, I think. I mean, there was some stuff in amongst the high tech gear that we snagged from Scary Daniel. There was some like rations of like
Rat jerky.
Yeah,
I was thinking,
canisters
like-
of water and
kind bars. The word I'm looking for the generic term, and I just lost. my
Luna
brain has
bar.
Lost it. Like a.
No, those are for women only. Don't you
sorry.
touch a Luna bar.
you had a Cliff Bar.
Yeah,
That's more like it.
Nutrigrain?
What is the generic term?
That's
for
the
all of
gender
those things?
neutral one.
Granola bar.
It's
Valley.
gender
Granola bars, thank you.
Nutrigrain.
A granola bar. Granola bars. That's
Gender
what I'm looking for. My brain
Nutrigrain?
just-
No?
All right.
Gender Nutrigrain. I like that.
Thank you.
Gender neutral grain bar.
Gender
yeah.
Nutrigrain bar, right? I like it. Let's market it.
Oh no.
No
I would
Luna, no nothing.
I would also like to take this opportunity for us to change our highlighted stats if you like.
Sure.
If anyone is
I would happily
interested
do
in
that.
swapping one out.
Yeah, I don't need no weird.
If you want to keep one and swap one, that's fine with me. We don't have to do both of them if you're like pretty excited about your hard or your hot or whatever.
Hey, Locke, you're my number one here. What do you like from me?
What do you want to
Let's
see your angel do?
I would like to see you do your. I want to see you do more weird.
Yeah, you like that weird shit?
Interesting stuff happens when you're weird.
All right, Joe, what do you like?
Strange.
I want to see you be sharp and
Cool.
work intelligently.
We'll see what I can do.
All right. Well, you guys are tied. I think I did roof last time. So Hex, what do you want me to be? What do you want to see me as?
Let's do your cool.
All right.
I was going to say cool as well. So I'll go. Do you use your hot when you attack or your hard? I can't remember as a battle babe. Is it still just hard?
I use hard to do battle.
But you use hot for lots of other stuff. We'll go with
I
hard
use-
for now.
Hot to.
Because you've got
I
it.
can use hot in battle every now and then. I've got a
Hot
skill
for
that
teacher.
uses
We'll go with hard for now.
it. Okay.
Oh, and my number one is Ruthie, as always. And
I want to see you. Man, I like that weird last time, but I want to see you be hot. We're going to see some people.
that's me being hot.
Well, then I'm going weird.
Yeah,
I
Let's-
just took weird. All right, let's do it again.
You just took weird?
I just had weird. It's okay though. That could be the same.
do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay. I'm open to being seduced or manipulated.
By me,
Yeah,
outside of the game.
that's right.
No, weird will be fun.
Cool. Dawn breaks and the van is getting low on gas again. Unfortunately, that half pint from Fleck did you well, but you're coming to the end of your rope. And then you see it. Is everyone else awake? It's maybe 6 a.m.
I feel like I'm like on the roof in like a sleeping bag almost.
Aww.
But like under those under like a bunch of cables tied between two rafter type things. It's like they're keeping me down.
Oh, there's a roof rack?
Yeah, it's like a roof rack with cables across it, and I'm underneath the stretchy cables, the bungee cables. So I'm like pressed against the ceiling of the thing with like a little cover on, so I don't see anything until I hear the car stop. So
I think Ruth has taken turns with Shigusa and Mox, like catching 20-minute naps here and there,
Yeah.
and once Grundle was sort of stable-ish, as much as that's going to happen, sort of, you know, you're taking shifts trying to get a little rest.
Yeah, you can tell from your ministrations throughout the night that his condition is steadily becoming more critical. There's not much that you can do for him right now. You can tell, you know, from what equipment you do have on board that like his heart rate is decreasing. It's not looking great for him. His brain activity is getting less and less.
I might have taken the time too that like once he's like stable-ish to get all the rest of that high-tech gear hooked up, so like the connections are ready to plug into the brain receiver and everything,
Right.
like all of that stuff is in place as much as it can be.
Cool. Locke, you see kind of the remnants of a village, what you would assume to be the remnants of a village from a distance. You're coming down out of the hills here into a valley, and so you see a number of ruined larger buildings, some smaller outbuildings, a lot of tents and hovels, it looks like, sort of crowding all the in-between spaces. You see a huge and reinforced stadium. You see a tower, maybe 10 stories high, crumbled on one side and leaning, but fairly intact. This might be the tallest man-made structure that you've seen in this kind of repair. The entire civilization is surrounded, from what you can see, by a fence, and you're about a kilometer away.
Ladies, gentlemen, I believe we've arrived.
Wow. Was it like this last time you were here?
No.
Thanks.
I'm like against my little sleeping bag. And I like open it up and I see the bright day and I'm like, Jesus. And I climb down. This is totally different. What the hell happened here? Why don't you guys know?
I'm not going to tell you.
I picture myself leaning like sort of in the front cabin, you know, like real casual, like, and looking in past the front window.
I'm gonna drive in slowly, and as we get closer, I'm gonna read a sitch. Yeah, read a sitch.
Please do.
Stitches get stitches.
And yeah, I'm just gonna look at the people, see how they're acting, what the overall vibe is of the place. And I got a 6. So I stick it to...
Sorry, what?
So, what should I be on the lookout for?
What should you be on the lookout for? I mean, what should you not be on the lookout for? Well, you said you were coming here to maybe keep an eye out for Sorrow, so I would definitely watch out for her.
All right, look out for Sorrow. What does she look like?
She looked like Alberta, but a brunette. if that rings a bell. Lumps in all the correct places.
Mhm.
6.5
Lumps in all
feet
the
tall.
correct places.
I think that's how I described it last time.
I like it.
I was also re-listening to last episode, and I remembered that her and Fleck, Alberta and Fleck, are wearing matching jumpsuits, which I was really happy about. You don't get into the civilization quite yet. There's a fence all around.
No, okay. No
Yeah.
gate, no guards.
There is a gate. There are guards. There are there are both. So the road that you're on winds up toward this civilization, and the first people that you see are behind the gate, and they're diminutive in stature, and they are shuffling, and they are cloaked, and they are a little bit, as you get closer, you can see they're a little bit furry.
Oh no. They're dwarves.
No, but they're not like the monsters that were chasing you. That's for damn sure. And one of them looks out at you and starts making hand movements, gestures.
Does it have 5 fingers?
It's hard to see
So
from here.
I took this move last time called casual brain receptivity, which lets me read a person just by looking at them if they can see me. And I'm wondering if this isn't a moment where Ruth's like brain gets away from her and she doesn't make a connection with this person or I would go with person for good or for ill.
Okay,
So
what happens when you make a connection?
Well, oh fuck this. So I got a 4 minus 1 is 3. So definitely trying to read a person to like get a sense of what they want, who this thing is. Maybe like wondering that, and then finding her own brain has a tool and a way to reach out and try and like get in there and find those answers, and then realize, oh, I don't have control of this at all.
You close your eyes as you sit in the passenger seat of the ambulance, and you feel your brain connect with this creature, this person, and you get a little film clip story of some parts of their life as they've lived it for the past 20 years. You see this goat person when they were a kid, tumbling around with the other goat people, children of its litter, scrounging for scraps in a rubbish pile, throwing things at each other, having a great time. The first time that they ever murdered somebody, and how good it felt to put their hands inside of a chest cavity, and how much that made them feel alive. You also see an image of them falling in love. They're roaming the vast tracts of wasteland with a couple of other goat people that they end up forming relationship with and starting a family of their own. And here they are now, looking through a chain link fence at you, sharing moments from your life somehow.
You said goat people, right?
I said goat people, yes.
Like Mr. Tumnus?
Yeah,
Or
but
like-
savage and brutal and
Like goat face.
Oh, that's not Mr. Tumnus at all.
Do I learn this one's name?
yeah, this one's name is Abe.
Okay.
Ruth, you suffer no particular ill effects from this specific interaction. However, the ambulance hits a
Goat?
hits something in the road, and
But Not only Abe knows my life story.
Locke, you find that the ambulance will no longer drive forward. It seems like maybe your wheels have been popped by like a nail in a board sort of trap.
Or a goat
And
horn.
as that happens, the gates open and you are surrounded by a vast number of creatures.
Oh no.
20 and then 30 and then, etc.
I think the play here is to not try to fight them. And I put my knives away. Maybe they want to talk. Look, this seems like a civilization, more so than the last time I saw it. Let's just go in with open arms and maybe everything will be hunky.
Who the hell popped our tires?
Relax!
I step out from the open door and thud onto the ground as I suss out the area, my dreadlocks swinging side to side, a fierce look on my face. Mm-hmm. Who did it? Aye.
No one owns up directly, but neither are you directly accosted. For a moment.
All right. Who's in charge here? Come on, tell me.
Great question. A tall figure steps out from the guardhouse about 30 meters away from you, cloaked in a blue pearlescent fabric. And as he strides toward the ambulance, the masses of these shorter goat people part. He pulls a cowl down from his face and reveals a bald head shining in the morning sun.
Not goat bald?
Not goat bald, no. He has distinctive tattoos on his face. And he walks forward to you and he says, "Welcome."
Welcome. Is this how you welcome visitors? By popping their tires, eh?
Well, it is a necessity.
Oh yeah? We're trying to get into your town to visit, and you think it's a necessity.
And Hex
Can't leave.
stumbles out and it comes into the middle of the fray and already sees Locke heated and he's like, oh, just relax. Hey, what's your name, friend?
He's not my friend.
Not your friend, just my... What's your name, bud?
It is of no importance.
Of no importance, all right. Well, hey, of no importance, my name is Hex and this is Locke. See, now we're friends.
That's not how friendship works.
And how many of you are there?
Well, why is that important?
Please disembark the vehicle.
And then I look to Locke.
And you see,
Okay, maybe
coming
you're-
from the other guardhouse, two more robed figures walk forward. And again, the crowd of goat people parts for them.
There's 50 of these things now?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, okay. I don't know. I look to Locke and Ruth. What's Ruth doing?
I mean, Ruth is still stuck looking at Abe. She's sort of figured this. You guys are dealing with people. That's fine. She's living serial killer goat man life, polyamorous serial killer goat man life.
Well,
and
last time
really
I tried to snap
tripping
her out of
around.
it, I got yelled at, so I won't do that.
So I'm going to step up to his face, and I'm going to get an inch away from it and say,
Not my face. Go to that guy's
there's
face.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us. Are you going to let
Perfect.
us into your town or not?
He raises a hand to the space between your faces and cups your chin and then blows. And Locke, you lose consciousness.
Oh, fuck. So I just see Locke, collapse.
Yes.
Oh my god! And I run back inside. I'm like, Ruth!
Yeah. So hearing some shouting and that sort of shit. That's no good. Ruth will step out. She's sort of back in the moment now.
And I'm like,
She's
look, he just blew something at him and he fell to the ground. Look. And I like run outside to the door as well.
Yeah, you run out, like you turn toward the crowd of these goat people and where you saw Locke, and the hooded figure is standing right there.
Yeah. Oh. Ruth is gonna stop though. So she's on the side with the door, and she's got her hand like the one step down, so she's sort of hanging out. Her foot's on the one standing down. She's got the door mostly between her, so she's looking out through the window, and she's got her hand on her weapon, this sawed-off shotgun, but she hasn't like touched it yet. She just wants to like read the situation to figure out. Like it's sort of like there's an instinct to be like, okay, there is a weapon. This is really bad. But also like she's taking that moment to be cool about it, to like get here now, and wants to like look out and see who's where, what the plan should be.
Okay, roll it.
Yeah. 6, 10, 13.
Nice.
Yeah, so she would definitely like to know what's the best way past. What's the best way in past this whole situation into where they need to be?
The best way past and the best way in are different.
Okay. Sure. I think she's most interested in the best way past this particular person.
The best way past the one guy that is standing in front of Hex is probably to kill him.
Okay.
You don't think that he is anything greater than flesh and blood, and you've killed people before.
All right. Well, you've tempted me. What's my best way in?
To submit.
All right. And which enemy is the biggest threat?
Yourself?
Interesting. How would Ruth interpret that? Like, what would that?
You look at the crowd surrounding the ambulance and you look at the gun in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see a future where you make the wrong decision.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Okay. So I mean, she's had it. So the gun's in the holster. She's had her hand resting on it, and she takes her hand off and steps down. All right, Mister. I'm a healer. I'm gonna go pick my friend up off the ground over there. I hope that's okay.
Hex, what are you
doing? What's happening now?
I'm waiting for
and then we can
to
talk.
do whatever. I'm like hanging back. I'm like the little kid now.
Are you bringing your gun with you?
It's on her leg, but I think she'll make a show of taking it off her leg and putting it in the front on the front seat.
Okay. You are followed closely by one of these bald-headed, cloaked figures as you approach Locke. He's breathing. He actually seems peacefully sleeping.
Locke, are you wounded? Like, do you have harm?
It depends on how much you healed me last time. I
don't think I did any. I think I just bandaged it up.
Just for show? Okay, so I'm at minus, or I'm at 2.
That heals naturally over time, though. Rob, do you know offhand how quickly that heals?
I mean, we could probably say 1 healed.
Yeah, because you guys spent
1 left.
Yeah, so
and
you're at 1. Bless you.
All right.
Robot test.
And Ruth's gonna make a show of taking off her. Well, she doesn't have any gloves. She's gonna make a show of touching Locke's skin and getting some of that healing touch voodoo going on.
Voodoo.
I think she's hoping that there's a way to submit and demonstrate value that they are gonna find irreplaceable some way, and that's gonna save us somehow.
Interesting.
Roof.
5,
Ruth
6,
knows
7,
other
8.
languages.
+1 if we can say this is submitting in some way because I got but -1. Anyways, it's 8 or 7. It doesn't matter. Heal 1 segment, but I also open my brain.
Yes, you do.
Oh. And the brain goes bad. So.
Oh no.
Less than 6 or less?
So I healed 1 segment because I got a healing touch, but then it said on a 7 to 9 you're also opening your brain, so roll that one next. So Locke's healed. I don't know if that means he's conscious, but it does mean he's healed. And then I open my brain up. And you're free to do whatever you like with that because it was I'm prepared for the worst.
Locke, tell me about a traumatic experience in your past.
Yeah.
No, Locke.
No, Locke.
I think there
No.
was
No.
Locke.
No.
Rob, Locke, not you.
Locke.
Oh, sorry.
You're Ruth.
I was like,
You're
that's
both
funny
thinking.
because I was like, oh wow, I'm glad she's asking Ruth this because I don't think Locke has any traumatic memories.
Oh, really?
I don't think Locke has any memories.
I want something that Ruth can experience in a way.
I mean, Ruth was ready to do it. Maybe Rob should just do it for Locke. He had one loaded.
Ooh. I mean, if you're down for that, we can have anyone else vamp it for you.
No, well, I've got there was I didn't really know my parents. I was an orphan child, and there was this one day at the orphanage. All the kids, they picked on everybody. Everybody got picked on, but one day they really started picking on me because my hair was out of control. I just had a wild afro and it was just insane. And they didn't like it and they ripped my hair out and they beat me up. I couldn't do anything about it because I was just a kid. I couldn't take on some of these boys who were twice my size, so I just let it happen. And every time I get into a battle now, a little part of me is getting revenge on them. I see a little bit of those kids in whoever I'm fighting, and it makes it very easy for me to do what's got to be done. And I don't know why I get turned on by it. That doesn't explain that. That's something else, something that happened there. But that's what Ruth sees.
You see Locke. Did they pull all of your hair out?
Oh, most of it. It
Just
was real patchy
handfuls?
after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Ruth, you gain this insight into Locke's childhood as you also unfortunately lose consciousness.
Okay.
Hex, you see...
I'm standing there and I see Ruth fall over. And I see Locke fall over and like this sea of people around me. And I'm like standing in the doorway of the ambulance. And Hex just like... and then he like falls forward and faints directly on top of the pile of them.
Goat people?
Yeah. No, like on top of the other two.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. I think we should stop there for the mid-game post.
Hex does it by choice.
It's the mid-game post. It's the mid-game post.
You know it's the mid-game post because Rob removes his dark lenses and he's just Rob again.
So it's so bright in here.
Rob in a lab
Oh my
coat.
god. Yeah, Rob. Where have you been?
He shows,
Sorry, was Ruth here a minute ago?
you just missed her.
Yeah. I thought, wow, that's so weird.
I do that with my son all the time with a character that I play called the Professor.
The
I'm like, was the
Professor
Professor here? He
is
was like,
so
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the mid-game
We'll,
post.
we'll introduce you guys to the professor this week.
This weekend. That's the time where we stop the action. We jump to you, the community, and we say, "What's up?
What's up, bitches? Hey, girl, hey."
Yeah. So, mid-game post. I hope everyone's having a good time. What should the mid-game post be today?
God.
Everyone think at once.
Don't
Wow.
everyone think at once?
Oh. Mid-game post. What was Lark
Spell
doing?
mid-game post backwards.
What?
Other lock traumatic memories. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what are some other Lark traumatic memories?
Oh no.
And I'll choose
That's
one.
gonna get
I'll choose
bad.
one to make canon.
That's gonna be really dark,
Yikes.
though.
It's gonna be super
Yikes.
That's gonna
dark.
get dark.
How about?
You do a hex memory. A hex doesn't have. I don't think I have any memory. I don't think. There's
You
much about
haven't
hex
released
yet.
anything canonically. What if
No.
it's a good memory? What's Hex's
Oh.
best memory? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. So, okay, I have an idea. So, in the first episode or second episode, Hex told a story called The Hellwalker. What are some of the titles of Hex's other pieces that he's written for various leaders? And,
I
and the
like
best title will win. How's that sound?
Good one.
Because, I think that was called so-and-so the Hellwalker. So let's name some titles of
Papa
a
Franklin, please.
Papa Franklin the Hellwalker. Sorry.
So and so.
Name some Hex. What do you call those? Not poems. Epics? Stories? Tales?
Tales.
Tale titles.
Story titles. Let's go with that.
Legends.
Legends. Best one wins. I'm thinking 1-800-Thomas the phone collector. Yeah. And then if you win, you can write it and I'll read it on stream at some point.
Cool.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
Excellent.
Good, I'll BRB. I'm gonna
Okay.
get a glass of wine.
Okay.
That's a good call.
Vino.
Oh,
Uh-huh. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
I'm glad. We had a package stolen today.
Yeah, we had a package stolen today from our front porch. Okay, let's ask the internet if this sounds a little bit fishy. So Harlan usually is the person who orders things off of Amazon because he likes shopping. And he has everything delivered to our home. We live in a fairly good neighborhood of a suburb. Nothing,
It's never been
terrible.
stolen before.
We order a lot of packages. This is the first time it's ever been stolen. It's also the first time we've ever received a photo of the parcels sitting on our front step from the package
delivery
delivery guy.
Oh, that's it. And I've seen photos before because I'd had a package I thought was stolen because it said delivered, and I fucking looked around. It was nowhere, and I went to Amazon's site because you can look up a photo of every package because they have to take one, and I got to see it was hidden somewhere really weird and I was like, oh, it's around the corner and under this thing that belongs to my neighbor, but that's where they hid it. So I had to go on this parcel search to be like, okay, I see this photo, I recognize that chair. Why the fuck would they tuck this under
That's
there?
a
They were just
fun riddle.
overly conservative.
Did you
Yeah,
pay
it was,
extra for the riddle?
Well, there wasn't a riddle. It was just,
Sounds like a riddle.
the
Sounds
picture
like
was very strange. It was not, everybody normally just leaves shit on the front step and it's fine. But
Well, you know what? Actually, you made a good point, and I have not checked the other packages, and it turns out they do take photos more common.
Do they?
I just never actually checked.
yeah, I've never checked either, but there is one on every
So,
package I've had delivered from
Fair
Amazon.
enough. But I want the package, and it's not here.
There goes that theory.
So I guess it's stolen. Yeah. Damn. Well, the only other thing is the package box seemed pretty small for what was in it.
Do you think the delivery guy was like, oh no, I'll take it back for them?
No, I think it's probably taken.
Yeah, I think it was stolen.
Poo. That sucks.
If you're a package thief,
That sucks.
fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck you.
you. That's not fair.
Fuck you. Rob put his arms up. Have you stolen a package before,
Rob?
Rob?
No, but I am missing half the words that you're saying, so I might have agreed to things that I.
Oh, good. Just checking.
Really? Is it like that pretty
I mean,
consistently?
it's like it's cutting out on you folks still as far as.
Is it just, do you think it's
when
the
you
internet
start
maybe?
things. It does not glitching out. It's like it's you're not talking and then suddenly you are, and it's only on the two of you, never on something Justin says.
That's very frustrating.
Oh, I wonder if it's Discord.
Do you think
I don't
so?
know.
It very well might be, but I would have to check, and I can't check.
Yeah, I mean it works after a fashion once you've said a thing or two. It catches up and figures out.
I mean, I
what
can
you're
check.
talking and-
I'm going to check right now. The stream's going to go wonky for a second, everybody.
Sorry, not sorry.
Beep, boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I know what's wrong. There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Um,
That'll be fixed.
yeah, I mean, I heard you
What
say
about
better.
now? Is that better? Is this better now, Rob?
I can
Yeah,
hear you talking.
you know what it
sounded
was?
Like you said,
It
sounded
was
like
this-
Harlan was talking there for a minute, and I haven't heard a thing he said. I see
What?
that moving, but
Oh, you can't hear me.
no. I heard you can't hear me, but I didn't hear anything you said before that.
Oh, weird. Well, then I don't know what the issue is. Never mind.
All right, cool.
Good luck.
What could it be? What could it be? It's just you. They're fine for
Spite.
me,
It's
but not
just
for you.
yeah, it's just spiteful technology. I'm gonna run to the washroom though, and then
You do you.
Try leaving Discord and then joining back up again when you come back.
cool.
Do that. Oh wait, that's
Or
gonna
don't
mess
bother.
it up. No, don't do that.
Yeah, it'll
It's gonna mess
make
up
it all
the,
wonky.
Yeah, it'll go.
Just go pee.
All right.
Why is it going to make it all wonky?
Because the size, it's just the sizing.
It's the where the screen capture is. It's like choosing spots on the screen, and if he leaves, then that will adjust where all our windows are, and then the screen capture will not capture that part of the screen. So then it'll just be half of our faces, and it'll look like, I don't know, like a painting, like a, what's his name?
It's like when you
Picasso.
hold a mirror up to your face like this, and then you look and you see what you would look like if you had a symmetrical face, and it looks so weird.
Sort of.
Oh,
Did you guys ever do that?
does look weird. It's there's an effect to do that.
And then you
I
tilt
can
it,
do
and
that.
your face gets bigger and littler.
Yeah.
I'm worried because we're gonna have another package delivered tomorrow.
Another package?
Yeah,
Harlan
it's a
buys a
two-part
lot of
package.
stuff on Instagram, on Amazon.
Well, I ordered mics and stuff. Remember, some stuff
Yeah.
shipped one day, some stuff shipped the second.
Yeah, it's
day.
like audio equipment. It was stuff for the project that we're working on.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, my boom
And
mic
it's, wait,
stand.
why is it a problem that there's stuff coming tomorrow?
It got
Is that a
stolen
cottage?
today.
Because we got a package stolen
He didn't
today.
hear that part.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, that sucks.
I
Yeah.
think it got stolen. I don't know. I still got a little bit of doubt.
They took a picture of the parcel sitting on our front porch,
Yeah, that seems then it was stolen.
and it's not there anymore. And no one knows where it went.
Should have them delivered to Sam's door from now
I
on.
checked.
No, they still just leave stuff for him on our front porch, too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
I'm going to run and go pee.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Was it a?
It was her boom mic stand, those three sound things,
Yeah.
and something
Pop
else. I forget. Sucks.
Bummer.
Pop
yeah, I
stain?
guess that's something that I'm gonna have
Pop
to worry about.
Yeah, you can't have things delivered in Toronto anymore. Good luck.
Yeah.
But I thought we were safe here, and we're apparently not. I'm just annoyed, really. It was some stupid kid, I know it. Because it got delivered at 1 o'clock, and then school let out at like 2 or 3, and a bunch of kids were probably walking by, and they were like,
Yeah.
let's take it. It's like, let's take a mic stand.
I guess you gotta get one of those video cameras now.
You know what? I was kind of thinking about that, which sucks. I don't want to do that. But
Yeah.
it would also mean that they wouldn't get stolen, or if they did, at least I would know.
You would know who it is, and then you can just set traps. I mean, make it like a D&D like escape room.
Have you ever seen that
where-
package trap that guy did with the Google Home?
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
it puts glitter everywhere, and then it releases a
It's
stink.
like,
Yeah, it was good. I want one of those. It's funny
Yeah,
because he
yeah, that
released
was great.
the blueprints to build one, and then I was like, but I'm not. There's no way on earth I'm gonna fucking do that.
the
But like
time
the
to do
minute
that.
you take the thing off, it releases. Have you ever seen that? What? The guy builds a trap for people who steal packages.
Oh, yeah, it's like a fart
Yeah.
smell.
Oh, and it does that too. That's right. It does
Yeah, it
both.
releases a fart smell, releases glitter, and it releases a whole bunch of stuff. What are you doing? Oh.
Okay.
The people at home, if only they
bear with
knew
me.
Joe was getting dressed just off camera, they would go mental.
They can't see.
I thought you were going to flash me and be fun.
What?
I thought you were just going to show me a little treat. Oh. Baby.
was-
Hello.
What was the game? you did?
Good stream.
Did you get
What was
flashed?
that?
I
What
did.
happened?
Oh my God.
I know. It's like Christmas.
Oh.
Ooh, what are you playing us?
Well, hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's that time again, everyone.
Oh no.
See, the problem with piano on stream is that nobody else can like sing along or anything like that.
Just watch
Play
me.
is all wonky.
My package got stolen. I was off beat, even if it was on beat. I was off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a lovely song.
All right.
There was an attempt.
There was an attempt.
An attempt was made.
Let's read some story titles, shall we? The Scourge of Bottle Cap Bay. That sounds good.
Ooh.
The Man...
Scourge?
I'm assuming this is Mad. The Mad Hatter's Hat-Making Massacre. The Winds of Wi-Fi, the Flatulent. How to Accidentally the Apocalypse.
I like that one.
The Daring Escape with the Not So Good Doers. The Happiest Place in Hell, Mickey Man's Escape from Wonderland. Tales of the Parcel Pirate. The Return of 1-800-Thomas, the Dead Ringer. Oh, that's pretty funny too. The Ballad of Bare-Chested Brian. Oh my god, no. Ballad of Bare-Chested Brian? That sounds so good.
That does sound good.
Ballad of Bare-Chested Brian. That's something not only funny, but that's something Hex would write. What's that?
Ballad of Bare-Chested. Oh, you said chair first, and then you corrected. It was just one
I'm
of
an
those slips of the
idiot.
tongue. It would have been the Ballad of Chair-Breasted Brian.
I think the Ballad of
So
Bare-Chested Brian
funny.
is the winner.
I agree.
So well done, C4 Dragon. I don't know who you are.
Yes,
C4 dragon.
Boom.
It's a dragon
Made of
Made of
C4.
explosives.
that instead of fire, it spews C4.
Just C4. Just like hunks of plastic explosive.
Yeah.
That don't have any primer in them or
Yeah.
just
And then when a real dragon comes along, then you're in trouble.
does nothing. Because plastic explosive doesn't blow up with fire. It needs like primers.
Does it
in
not?
It's like a really convoluted dragon. There's C4 dragon, and then there's like the primer dragon who spits the little metal rod that sends an electrical charge between the 2 points into the C4. And when together, boy, these dragons do things.
But then you need the trigger dragon as well, the one
That's
that actually
right.
triggers them.
The spark dragon. The three-headed
Sparky.
dragon. Sparky the dragon. All right. We ready to go back to this?
Yes.
You sure? It's only 9:27.
C4 Dragon, you let us know who you are on Facebook. I'm just going to add you as C4 Dragon to the experience sheet for now.
Ruth ended up taking another move because she rolled a bunch of highlighted shit. She's now got some battlefield grace. She can run around battlefields with extra armor because she's caring for other people or something.
That's good.
So she's
Yeah.
Ruth for us, but she's Karen for others?
So while she's caring for other people, not fighting, you get +1 armor.
Karen.
Never
Karen.
mind,
Like
Rob.
Ruth.
Yeah, so when she's Karen instead of Ruth, she's
There
Oliver,
you
get-
go. That was my silly comment.
Good joke.
It's just being a silly goose.
So. Oh
So.
my god.
Yeah.
Woo. Sorry, everyone. Okay. Should we get back into it?
Let's do it. I'm going to play a sound
Do it.
effect.
Locke, you hear the sound of waves crashing through your skull. And blearily you open your eyes. You're laying on the ground in the sand. You feel the heat of the sun as it beats down upon you. And you realize that the crashing waves that you hear it's not the ocean. It's a crowd.
Am I naked?
Just about. And then you hear a voice. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen! The crowd goes wild. That's right, it's an early edition of Battle Royale. The crowd goes wild. This is an amplified voice, and it addresses everyone. My name, as always, is Garland Huxley, and I am so very pleased to present to you our contenders this morning. Oh, we have a crew for you. Lark, what do you do?
I open my eyes a little bit, and I suss out pretty quickly what's going on here. It's not my first
Battle
tournament
Royale.
fought in, yeah. And I just very inconspicuously try to gather my surroundings or read a sitch, if you will.
Please do.
And I'm going to roll the dice. And I'm going to get a 9 plus 0.
So you get to ask one.
All right. Read a sitch is one of these. There it is. All right. Where's my best escape route? Oh, that's not a good question. I'm not going to ask that one. Never mind.
Okay.
That's not what I care about.
Yeah.
That's not what Locke cares about. That's what Justin cares about. That was. All right. What's my enemy's true position? I'm going to try to suss out where the enemy is without having to open my eyes too much.
Okay. You lift your head off of the hot sand and you get a glimpse of other figures rousing themselves from their prone positions. You see there are 5 other people here in this coliseum with you, as far as you can see from where you are lying down. You also notice that Ruth and Hex are here with you.
Oh, fuck. And Hex, like, stands up. He's like, oh, fuck. It's like the cheering crowd is, like, billowing around him, and he sees Locke all, like, amped up, and Hex is like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Ruth, you come to... you hear your boys exclaiming in protest and in glee.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's sort of a story we've seen before where Hex is protesting and Locke is excited and Ruth is there quiet again, really just focused on the fact that she's pretty sure she's going to die here. She's seen her blood drip on this sand before. She's not getting off this arena.
Oh, that's right.
And so I think she's like coming to terms with that. She's just like looking at the sand and picturing bleeding out onto it and being like, okay, that's what's going to happen. So now we got to figure out how to get these 2 out of here. And just sort of sitting with that for a minute.
It occurs to you after just a moment that none of you are armed.
Mm-hmm.
And the other combatants in this arena are all struggling to their feet and looking around in shock and surprise. You see that this is about maybe 100-foot diameter area. The stands rise sharply from the circumference of the circle. You are standing on hot sand. There are a couple of obstacles that look like they've been placed around laser tag-esque, more for the crowd's amusement at your antics than to actually provide you any safety or cover. And there is a raised platform in the middle of this arena upon which there lie several glittering implements.
And what is Garland Huxley saying?
He says, they're very tired, as you know. Takes them a little bit to wakey. Wakey, eggs and bakey. Oh, and who's the first to their feet? We have rather large contender with the dreadlocks there. Interesting. Oh, yes. Hello. And yes. This one we found crawling in from the wasteland. He's fattened up quite nicely. There's another man who sort of gives a half-hearted wave who's across the arena from you. And he starts walking quickly toward the center of the arena.
Am I standing as well?
I don't know. Are you standing?
Yes, I'm standing.
And then what happens?
I'm going to run towards that fat guy.
Towards him or towards the center?
Towards the fat guy.
Okay.
Got it.
Actually, I should ask first before I make this plan. One of the reason I took hidden knives is because they're infinite. So it says, like, I can pull them from anywhere. Am I totally stripped of them as well, though?
No.
Because that was a reason because I could take a pistol and like a sword and a handgun, but I took the hidden knives because I liked the idea of no matter how, I would always have a knife on me.
I think they disarmed you.
Good.
But they didn't.
I was thinking even, and I forgot to talk about the beginning, but I was even thinking I would have them like in my, like one in my skin. Like it's sort of a mod type thing. Because it's like a hidden knife.
We
right?
didn't talk about the prosthetic
No, I
character
know. I was just
creation.
talking
So.
about anyway, so I'm gonna bolt towards this fat dude who thinks I'm unarmed, and I'm gonna stab him to death.
Cool. I mean,
That's Hex.
Neat.
He's like, oh no, I don't want to do this. But the minute this dude's like, he's like, okay, he's down, and I'm just bolting towards him.
okay.
Because Hex can tango.
So you are going to do battle.
I am. If I make it there, I don't know if you want to do the other ones first or what. I don't know.
I mean, I just wanted to do this basically where you guys take a move, I take a move for the other people.
Dope. Well, I'm going to run and do battle.
Cool. So you would be...
I mean, depends on if he sees me because I could be suckering him.
He definitely sees you.
Okay. Then I would go aggro on him, I guess.
Right? Going aggro on someone is not a battle move.
Okay.
That's when you're like holding a gun to someone's head and you're like, tell me where they keep the fucking cookies or I'm going to shoot you in the face. Like when I'm on my period, I'm like, give me chocolate right now.
So true. Okay, so inflict harm on another player's character. That's a player's character.
So do battle means that you get to do battle moves.
Yeah.
Do you have those? Would you like that?
Yeah, I should.
Here.
Oh, there we go. Battle moves. Sorry.
So I'm not sure if you want to just exchange harm, which means that you will inflict harm and take harm, or else if you could maybe.
If you're trying to also
Single
get a
combat?
position or something,
Yeah.
and you might be seizing by force. If you're just like dead focused on killing this guy, maybe it's single combat.
What's subterfuge? You're the cat.
That's when you are like dodging in and out of like blind alleys and trying to like chase someone.
Well, I'm kind of chasing this guy down, aren't I?
You're just running at him.
Okay. Then I'll just exchange harm, I suppose.
You're gonna do single combat with this guy, no quarters.
At the very least, I know he doesn't have a weapon because he hasn't got one yet, so I should be doing more than him.
Yeah, so roll plus hard.
Okay. So we got, oh no, the lowest possible. So I did 3.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's bad.
Okay. He is going to choose to inflict terrible harm upon you.
Who wouldn't?
So that's, I mean, he's +1 to the 1 harm of punching you in the head as hard as he can. So you suffer 2 harm.
Nice.
And he's also going to take harm by way of your knife. Because that's what single combat does.
Right, so that's just +2 then.
Yeah.
For him.
So you get him really good in the guts.
Yeah.
And he staggers back. He's breathing heavy and he's clutching his abdomen with both hands and he staggers away from you with a look of terror on his face, but not before having clocked you one real good.
Yeah. So I'm like reeling back a little bit. But I'm like realizing this is the battle though. What does the crowd do when I stab
People
this dude?
lose their minds.
Yeah, that was my thinking.
And Garland Huxley's like, this is first blood, ladies and gentlemen. How exciting is that? We have a young ruffian type character. And what's that? Did he conceal a knife? And then you hear the sound of like a buzzer, a klaxon, like wah, 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 wah.
And I think Hex is gonna like feed into it. Like he'll hold up his arm. Like this is the part where Hex was hoping to get, and he like feeds into the crowd a little bit and tries to like, you know, I mean, you can't seduce a crowd, but he's gonna do what he can to sort of be like into him, because Hex is thinking from the moment he realized here is that the more the crowd likes him, the more likely he is going to survive this, because he is not the strongest, but if he's the favorite, that's his way out.
Are you doing a performance?
Oh, maybe. Can I just lean that into my killing? Maybe. I don't want to do a whole thing, but no, because it's like it says when you perform, you choose an art. So I'm not gonna do one now. No, I just want to.
It's probably not the time to
No.
start orating.
And I don't want to. I just want to have this. Like again, if there was an ability to seduce or manipulate a crowd, I would roll that after killing because I want to use that to my advantage. But it's per person, not per crowd.
Locke, Ruth, what do you do?
What was the other guy doing? There was one more person, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. The 5 is apart from the 3 of you. So there are 4 more people.
See. I was like, wow, we've got them outnumbered. This is going to be easy. But,
As Hex sinks his blade deep into the guts of this kind of large dude, you spy a woman with like a brown-toothed, open mouth expression. Desperately, she's dodging from crate to crate, and she's made her way to the center of this arena, and she's like hopped up on it, and she's frantically picking up.
Wait, did I just kill one of our guys
You killed a dude.
on our team?
There's no
There's
team.
no teams.
Oh, okay. So what do you mean the 5 is apart from us?
There's 8 people in the arena.
Oh,
Correct.
I see. Okay, but so we do have to fight each other. Oh, we're fucked.
And I see the lady, and I see her picking up all the weapons, like trying to hoard them to herself.
Yeah.
And I walk over to Ruth, and I see she's kind of got this like far off look in her eyes. And I just say, "Hey, is everything all right?"
Mox and Shigusa, when you get out of here, make sure they're okay.
When I get out of here, we're gonna get out of here together. You don't think we can take these guys?
I know you can.
What
know
about
you
you? Come on, Ruth.
Don't worry about me. We're gonna do what we need to do here. But
All right, we gotta unpack this. Can I try to? I like look back and like 2 people are like fist fighting. Like,
Yeah, you see a skinny guy like knock a woman to the ground, and he's kicking her head in, and he's
Yeah.
just like 30 feet over there, and you're like, we got to talk about this.
No,
you
seriously.
want to read a person? Is that what you're?
This is your first battle royale. I understand that it is quite intimidating, but let me see if I can read a person here. 'Cause I don't understand this. I mean, this is a thrill. This is going to be a blast. So I don't understand where you're coming from, Ruth.
Yeah.
So let's see here. INVICTUS, roll. All right, so I got an 8 to read a person.
Yeah. Ask me one question. I want to answer you truthfully.
Do that. Let's see. What does your in character intend to do? I know what you wish I would do, but
She intends to die in this arena, and that'll be okay.
you want to die here, don't you? You want to die in this arena.
Locke, I have to. I've seen it. I've seen my blood. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I saw it. I know that I die here. It's okay. I need to know what's beyond there.
Look, if you're gonna die, you're not just gonna lay down, all right? That's not the Ruth I know. You fought for so long, so hard, these past decades. You are not just going to lay down and die. You're gonna fight for it like you have for every last thing in your life, all right? So, and I go over to this like woman who's like twitching on the ground, and I grab like a rock, like a heavy rock that she'd been clutching, and I pick it up and I go to Ruth and I say, "You hold on to this, and anybody gets close, you bash them, all right?"
Ruth takes the rock, but she's not really looking at the other people in the stadium, like the other, I don't know, 5 minus 2. She's not looking at them. She's trying to like see who's in the crowd. She's sort of spinning around and looking for, Garland, Huxley, and these other folks, trying to just get a sense of. But she does take the rock, like she's got and you can tell by the way she's gripping it, she means to do something with it.
Yeah.
You can tell by the name she
I
grips her rock.
Pat her on the shoulder, and with a crazed look in my eye, I smile and turn around and sprint towards the center table with the woman standing on it.
Ruth, as you pivot around and look at the crowd, you are caught by the visage of a woman standing in white robes. This is Shigusa. She is, it appears, serving drinks to a table of patrons. One of them grabs her by a chain that is connected to a collar and pulls her in close to him. And it is at that moment Jabba the Hutt appears.
I know where we are now.
He's a werewolf.
No, it is at this moment that you recognize that you yourself are similarly chained. You have a collar around your neck, as does Locke, as does Hex.
Does mine look stylish?
No.
Oh.
It looks very utilitarian, and there's a red light blinking in the middle of it.
Oh, that's not good.
Locke, you sprint toward the what is it? What did I call it? There's like a raised pedestal, thank you, in the center of this arena, and you're sprinting towards the woman with the brown teeth, and as you do, the skinny man who had just dispatched of that woman jumps out from behind a crate with a machete, and he tries to kill you. What do you do?
All right, can I do something under fire? Is that just for?
You can absolutely do something under fire, and that's going to be something like I somersault out of his way and sprint toward the, you know what I mean? It's not like, I turn around and fight him back, because that's doing battle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
Literally anything that isn't fighting could be do something under fire.
Yeah. That could also be like,
Right.
I'm going to write this essay in the next 3 hours, and I'm definitely going to get at least a B. That's also doing something under fire.
Something under fire. Okay.
Yes.
Let me
Anything
just
that's like
look at this one.
stressful, I would say.
All right. I'm going to just roll out of his way, and just completely ignore him.
Yeah,
And
you don't have a
that's-
weapon, so roll
So
plus
that's
cool.
Yeah, which I've got cool. All right, so that's 11.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you do it. You roll out of his way, and he sinks the machete two-handed into the soft sand just behind where your feet were last. And
as he's like trying
motor
to
out of
pull it
there.
out, I'm not even looking at him. I'm just like walking up to the woman on the pedestal, and I put my hands up, and she's like holding on to like a flail and a.
She's got a
short
kitchen
sword.
knife.
Yeah, she's just got all of these things, a rubber duck, and she's like looking at me, and I say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you gonna do with all those weapons, eh?" And I'm just going to look into her eyes. And can I do something else on this turn, or is that it?
Yeah, you can do something else. I think the camera's still on you.
I'm going to use dangerous and sexy. So as I raise my hands, I flex my pecs, and I let an errant shock of dreadlock fall in front of my face and say, "You don't really want to hurt me now, do you? Don't you want to do something else?" And I'm just going to stare right into her eyes. I'm going to roll plus hot. And when you enter a charged situation, roll plus hot, and it's the eye contact thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got a 10.
Oof.
Ooh,
Nice.
just. All right, what happens?
So I get to hold 2,
Mm-hmm.
and I get to spend one of my holds to make eye contact with her, and she freezes and can't take action until I break it off. So I've got my hands up, looking right into her eyes, and say, "Come on now, you know there's something else you really want. We don't need to fight here. All we need to do is put on a show, right?"
Yeah, she freezes, her eyes wide. It's unclear from her expression whether she is intimidated by your sheer physicality, and she's sizing up how desperately this situation is actually turning out for her, or whether maybe she hasn't gotten any in a long time, and
She's
maybe
like,
it's
"Why
the
not in the middle
adrenaline.
of battle?"
And I'm going to walk up to her, up close, and I'm going to push myself up onto the pedestal, maintaining eye contact the entire time. I'm going to get up right close to her and say, like, as I'm looking down on her, because she's maybe a head shorter than me,
Mm-hmm.
we could do this right here, right now. Your adrenaline's pumping, mine's pumping. What do you say?
Do you have to like unfreeze her with like a code word? Because I think until you declare it to be so, she's not going to take an action.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say that. As I'm saying that, I'm just going to start taking her weapons. And I'm going to kick the weapons off of the pedestal that are still there. And I'm going to start disrobing her. and
She
myself.
she allows you to take all of her weapons except for one, which is a kitchen knife that she is hugging very tightly to her chest.
She's taking your own clothes off too, you said?
And I reach down. I sense that she doesn't want to give it up.
In the
And
background,
say,
we hear like,
"Oh,
"Ah!
And I'm going
Killing
to
me!" People
I'm
dying.
going to pick up her wrist, and I'm going to use the knife to slice down my chest and create a scar. The whole time looking right into her eyes to say, "You hold on to that."
Garland
And then can we
Huxley
just
is
make
like,
love? Is that possible? Can I just say that?
I mean, you're not a Skinner. I don't think you could just make someone have sex with you as a move necessarily.
I think she's just frozen.
Yeah, she's just frozen to the spot. And Garland Huxley is like, I've never seen anything like it. This is incredible. They're having a romantic moment. It looks like he's disarming her with his charm. Nothing has ever happened like this before. And what's happening over there? And his attention moves from you for a moment. There's one more dude who I have not yet described. I've got a list of NPC characteristics. He's a boastful. No, he's got scars all over his face. Looks like he was cut up in a terrible accident. And he's a sunburnt dude, and he's walking quickly with a limp towards you, Hex, and he's got a crowbar in his hands.
Did I kill that chubby dude?
You did.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, you killed him. And he's like, I'm gonna get you. Come right here, you. And he swings at you.
Oh, okay. What do I do?
What do you do?
Dodge. Unless I can do something else. I'm not going to recite a poem. I could arrest him by removing a piece of clothing.
Idea, Rob? Did you say ooh?
I mean, are you trying to? Do you want to fight him or not? I think is like fundamentally a good question.
Yeah, but I kind of want to involve Ruth in this. I think I'm like, I killed this chubby dude. This dude comes out, and I'm like looking over my shoulder at Ruth, and I'm like, and he says, what was the line? He says, "I'm going to cut you."
Yeah. No, you come here, you.
And I said, "Come get me, stud." and I turn around and I run towards Ruth. And
I mean, Ruth is at. So there's this woman who Locke picked this rock up from, and Ruth has wandered over to her and stepped down on her knees and is about to like cradle her head and get her back up and standing.
the woman that we killed.
No, she was dispatched by the skinny dude.
Yeah, I mean, but an enemy, right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
a non-party.
Someone
I'm
else
gonna be like-
forced to be in torture arena and kill people.
I'm gonna be running at Ruth and be like, "Leave her!" as this dude's like coming at me with a crowbar. And I was thinking we could do something together, which would be like maybe you're the bait, which is, let me see, you draw your prey into a trap. Your prey doesn't suspect you. You don't expect yourself at extra risk. Well, I guess you don't really know we're doing this, so that's not really a trap, is it?
No.
One person trap.
Oh, fuck it.
But
I'll
if
just
you
fight
ran
it.
by her, she would give you this rock.
Yeah, I have a knife. Knife's better than
All
rock.
right.
Maybe I can just try to seduce. No, you know what? I'll just kill him. I'm just gonna fight him.
I mean, you
I'd
could
like to
try
seduce
to
him,
wrest control of the crowbar if you wanted. You could try to...
No, I'll just do that.
Okay.
I mean, we're not enough in a thing to do bait, which I think would be really fun.
Yeah, I think the arena is not the situation where those
No.
happen. But maybe if we escaped
Oh,
out of
you know
here,
what?
we might be the mouse and the guards could be chasing us.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna be the mouse because he's coming at me. I'm gonna run, right? So then he's the cat and I'm the mouse because he's trying to hunt me.
Yeah, I would say that would be applicable if you duck behind a like crate.
Yeah, I
and
think that'd
then
be
try to
cute.
keep out.
That's a bit
of
more
his-
interesting than me just killing him. So yeah,
Sure.
let's do that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll plus my cool, which is a great stat I have anyway, and that will give me a 12.
Yeah, so you escape clean and leave your hunter hunting.
Yeah, so like this guy says it after I kill this chubby dude. I see that he's got the scars
Come
and
here,
sunburn,
you.
and he's much more intimidating. And I'm kind of like, "Come get me, stud!" And I turn and I run and I like duck around the center podium, and I'm like hugging the wall as he skulks forward and like starts breaking apart some crates. And for the moment, I guess I'm hidden from him.
Yeah, you are, but he is now interested in what's happening between Locke and this woman.
Yeah. Okay.
She is...
I mean,
this,
we all are.
This woman is like... She's crying now.
Oh my god. Locke, just kill her.
She's crying in fear and excitement all at once. And Locke, from the corner of your eye, you see this scarred man with a crowbar approaching the two of you. What do you do?
Let's see. All right. Give me the knife, love.
No. No, I can't.
It's all right. It's gonna be fine.
Don't leave me.
Hey, right here. I said it's going to be fine. And can I just gently pull the knife away from her?
That would be seized by force, because she's not going to give it up.
Okay.
So roll plus hard.
And in that case, no, I'm not going to. If she's not going to,
Manipulate could be
Alright,
the other option.
Yes.
That was if there was any chance she would
manipulate a
listen.
person.
Yeah, you could try to seduce, manipulate, bluff, fast talk. That's right, actually, Rob. I mean, as if I'm surprised. So roll plus hot.
All right. Do. All right, that's an 8.
Okay, so she's going to go along with you with what you want, but she's going to need some kind of concrete assurance or evidence that you're not going to hurt her.
Concrete assurance. I say, listen, love. If I was going to kill you, I would have done so already.
And she
take the
pushes, she pushes the handle of the kitchen knife at you and then spins around to look at this crossbow wielding lunatic who is right up on you now.
Yeah, exactly. And as soon as I have the knife, I leap from the dais and like freeze frame down onto this guy. And I'm going to do battle with him.
Yeah. So he has a crowbar that's 2 harm and you have a kitchen knife that's 2 harm. So you guys are doing single combat, I presume?
Yeah.
So roll a roll plus hard.
All right. Oof. That is a whopping 4.
Okay.
That's not very good.
Yeah, this opponent is going to choose to suffer little harm because he's looking out for himself. So he's going to take 1 harm, which is still very serious for him. But he's going to get another chance to injure you. So you take 2 harm from his crowbar.
Okay.
But
Can
you're
I
probably
act
naked.
after this happens?
Less your
So you're
armor, if
probably-
that's
you're
possible.
naked.
I am naked. Yep.
Which means you have how much armor?
2.
Oh, so he ineffectually taps you about the body and head with the crowbar.
Like glances off my pec.
You're
My
naked
terrible
with
pec.
2 armor?
Yeah, it's
That's crazy.
impossible reflexes is what it is. So the way you move unencumbered counts as armor. So it's kind of like a capoeira sort of thing where I kind of dodge under it and make it
You-
kind of a dance.
You make
My
a fool
friend
of
lost.
him.
Capoeira, that's what it's called.
That's the fucking
I
thing.
know.
Brazil. Brazil.
Um,
That's from Fam.
can I act while they're doing this?
Bob's
Because I'm hidden
Burgers.
from this guy, right?
You are hidden. He's going to suffer 1 harm from Locke's kitchen knives, and then he's going to choose to disengage, and he turns tail and runs to try to find something that is going to be bigger and more effective against
Well,
this
my hope was
adversary.
when I see this happen, I was going to try to step out when his back's to me and sucker him.
How about this? He runs past you from where you are hidden,
Yeah.
and then you have an opportunity to strike him.
That's what I was hoping.
What happens?
Can I miss?
Yeah.
Okay. then
You
it's-
could, because there's a chance, like, he's running away from you. He's not got his like hands behind his head on
okay.
the ground.
Then I go aggro on them.
Yes, you do. No, you're still doing battle.
No, it says if you can miss. Oh, sorry. When you attack
I
someone,
guess if
yeah, it says
the
if
guy
you
is
could
not
miss,
expecting an attack
treat
right
it-
now.
Yeah, treat it as aggro. But if your victim has no chance to kill, yeah. So when you attack someone unsuspecting or helpless, which is what I'm doing, ask the MC if you could miss, which you said yes. If you could, treat it as going aggro, but your victim has no chance to cave and do what you want. If you couldn't miss, I simply inflict harm. Right? So I'm going to go aggro.
I mean, I guess so. No, because going aggro, none of those results make any sense. He's not going to force your hand and suck it up. He's just
Well,
running.
which would be get hit. It would exchange harm is what.
Well, then it would just be, yeah,
Suck
then
it
it
up
hurt
with
him.
me.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Makes sense. Roll plus hard.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm
It's a
hidden.
tricky system.
I succeeded on my
Yeah.
mouse roll. That's why I wanted to take this advantage, but it doesn't
My
really matter
mouse
because I miss
roll. We gotta play mouse guard.
him. 5. Yeah, I missed him.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
So I step out and I totally miss this guy.
Yeah, you totally miss him. Not just that, he sees exactly where you are, rounds on you with his crowbar, and clocks you in the head. You take 2 damage. 2 harm. Yeah. Crowbars are nothing to fuck with.
And then what do I do? He doesn't take any harm from me?
No.
Well, that sucks.
You
just
rolled a
stayed-
bad job.
Should just stayed hidden.
What happens now? So, Locke, you are busy trying to deal with this woman with brown teeth. Crowbar Scar Guy is bludgeoning Hex to
Sorry.
death.
No, I'm trying to deal with the gentleman that I've attacked with my knife.
Yeah, he ran away from you. And then
Oh, I see.
He
And then
ran
I tried
into
to
Hex.
sucker him and somehow missed it. And then now it's
Ruth, you are...
his turn.
Ruth is going to try and use her healing touch on the woman who this stone came from. She's the only one who's supposed to die here today.
Okay.
And I think like she's got that in her head, and so she's whispering to this woman as she's bleeding out that you're not supposed to die here. It's just me. And reaches down to touch her and rolls a 6 + 4 is 10 - 1 is 9. So I heal them, and it says I'm opening my brain.
No.
which is bad. Let's see where that goes.
This woman's...
and that goes okay. That's a 9. I got a weird impression.
Okay, this woman's body is not well off. You've seen a lot of injuries. This one is among the worst. She's missing part of her skull from all of the kicks to the head that she just recently experienced. But as you lay your hands upon her, the sound of rushing water fills your ears, and you see a pulse come back into her skin. The skin under her neck starts moving. You can see blood starts creeping fresh out of her wound. You're not sure how long she's going to survive, but she's alive right now. Her eyes flutter open and you fall into them. You see the night sky reflected in the waves of a great lake. And you are underneath the water, swimming towards the light. You wake up from this vision to see a man standing over you, the same guy who put this woman down, the skinny guy, and he punches you in the face. You take 1 harm.
This skinny guy is totally killing us.
He's fast, is
Apparently.
the thing.
Are you hurt?
Skinny,
I'm gonna ask him.
crowbar guy.
You're asking him?
No, so we've got
Punches you in the face.
Big Dude and Rock Lady, who is the one that Ruth is ministering to, are the first 2 that I described. Then we've got Brown Teeth Lady with a kitchen knife, who now does not have a kitchen knife anymore. Skinny Dude, he's the one who took out Rock Lady. And then Crowbar Scar Guy. Those are the 5.
Skinny Dude. Are you hurt?
So Skinny Dude punches you in the
heal you.
face.
Yeah, no, I take it. Get punched for sure. Bleeding. Maybe that first splash of blood on the sand beneath my feet. Like that feels like the light, the ocean. I'm moving towards it. This is the path. I'm being pulled by buoyancy or gravity, or it's very confusing up and down. But
He's like, die, bitch! Hacks and Lock, what do you guys do?
Yeah, as I'm about to pursue the Scarface guy, but then I see Skinny Dude punch Ruth. Actually, I hear the crack, and I turn in time to see him shout that and getting ready to do another blow. I say, "Hey, Skinny Dude!" And does he look over?
No.
Hey, Skinny Dude! I'm talking to you! Or have you got nothing in that brain of yours? Head of yours?
He's gonna punch Ruth again in the face.
Oh, motherfucker. So I'm moving towards him.
Ruth, you take 1 more damage.
She punches him
All right.
again? I didn't even do anything.
What do you want to do?
Run.
I don't know, run over and help her.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Alright,
pretty...
so I'm
He just yelled.
running slowly.
No, I'm going to run over. I mean, do I get to
closer.
sucker him if he's punching Ruth?
Okay, so you're still dealing with Crowbar Scar Guy, right?
Is he in front of me?
Yeah, because he hit you for 2 harm.
Fine. I will fucking strip for him. God damn it.
Yes. Yes!
The only thing I can do, I'm just going to be like, da-da, 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 da-da. I'm just going to take off my glove. Because it says it costs nothing. I don't roll for it. It says when you remove a piece of clothing, your own or someone else's, no one who can see you can do anything but watch. You command their absolute attention. So he can't do anything but watch.
Yeah, he just...
I'm going to do that, and I'm going to back away from him towards Ruth and take off my glove. And then I'm going to... Can I get... What's the dude doing to Ruth? Has he got his back to me?
Yeah, so Ruth is like kneeling on the ground over this woman, and he's like leaning over her, just like
So
punched her.
I wanna take off my glove while this guy's like, huh? and I want to back away from him towards Ruth as he's like watching me, and then I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna drop it and take my knife and stab the guy in the back and sucker him.
Yeah, you see Locke making towards you as well.
Well, Locke, kill the guy I'm distracting because he's closer to you and it makes more sense, and I'm gonna sucker this guy. Because I mean, if his back's to me, there's no way he's gonna see me coming, right?
Yeah, inflict harm as established. So you
so I
stab the skinny guy in the back as he's leaning over punching Ruth, and he falls directly on top of her, and then recovers himself just enough to start crawling away. He's got the handle of your knife sticking out from between his vertebrae.
That's right.
And
I point at Ruth before my turn ends. I say, "Don't fucking heal him."
Locke, you see Hex sprint over as he's doing a little glove removal.
I pictured like a moonwalk. He's like, da-da, da-da,
yeah, I like that.
Across the sandy fucking Thunderdome.
And you are, 10 meters away from the two of them. You turn around and you see this.
No, I don't turn around.
Okay, what do you do?
I was running straight for this. I had too much momentum to stop. I'm like, he stabs him, and like 2 seconds later, I impact with him.
Oh my god.
And, like, tackle him to the ground and throw the knife away and just start beating him. Ruth, are you all right?
So I mean, Ruth is at 10 o'clock for harm. So I think that doesn't get better unless I get medical attention.
Yeah, you're going to need some assistance.
Yeah, I'm at 9 o'clock. Oh no, I'm at 10 o'clock too, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you're right there?
I'm here.
Yeah. And you're hurting?
I'm at that.
Yeah, okay, that's where I am.
Yeah.
So
I didn't realize you guys were so dead.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't remember where I am. That seems like a lot for me now.
I feel like that's carried over from somewhere.
No, because the dude, I think I got hit twice for 2 harm each, maybe? I don't know.
So am I
that makes
suckering
sense.
this guy, or is he just...
He's dead.
He's dead. You
He's
killed
dead.
him. You fucking killed him.
We ran for the wrong guy. Or not the wrong
No,
guy.
I was already running for him.
I know, you did the right thing, yeah.
I was already like in that motion.
Yep.
You called
Makes sense
out,
for me
and
to
then
be like,
she got punched again.
Oh, right. Oh, no.
Yeah, so you
But the thing
recognize...
is, you called out, and he didn't break his distraction, and you called out again and didn't break his distraction.
And I was like, all right. So I sprint towards him, and that's what I was doing. And then you jumped.
so
in.
Ruth was getting punched.
Ruth is getting punched. And then...
Hex came in, stabbed this guy.
Yep.
He clapped
Hex did it
on top
because
of
he
Ruth.
saw Locke yelling and heard the guy not
Yeah.
stopping.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I was distracted.
So he collapsed on top of Ruth. He gets up. He starts moving away. Locke hits that guy again.
Yep.
Right.
And then
So now
murders him
Hex
for
is
good.
Hex
for
is
real.
like dying next to Ruth.
Yep.
Then he's gonna get touched with the healing touch. So I got the touch.
Touch me.
Got the power. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 5. Oh boy. I'm supposed to die here, she says as she like reaches out and touches you. Yeah, and it treats us that we both tried to open our brains and missed. So whatever our fate and experience is up to you, MC.
My brain gets open too?
So are you?
Both of yours.
So yeah,
fuck.
when you put your hand skin to skin on a wounded person and open your brain to them, I rolled both weird. I got a miss. First, you don't heal them. Second, you've opened both your brain and theirs to the world's psychic maelstrom without protection or preparation. For you and your patient, if your patient is a fellow player character, treat it as though you made the move, opened your brain to the world's psychic maelstrom, and missed the roll. And yeah, we're prepared for the worst, MC.
Grand mal seizure, both of you.
I get a seizure?
Lose consciousness.
Oh my god.
You are shaking. You are convulsing. There may
Why?
be vomit
I was fine.
involved.
Why did you touch me?
Because he's trying to heal you.
I know.
And you have a shared hallucination of Grundle. He is a head whose neck is severed from his body, but his spinal column is still hanging out of the base of his neck, and his mouth is moving wordlessly as his eyes are rolled back in his head. He's floating in a black field. This brain and spine of a man who you've been carrying across the country is trying to say something to you. And Locke, you are standing on this bloodied battlefield. Your two closest friends are sharing in convulsions, and a man with a crowbar runs up to you screaming.
And I turn toward him. As I pick up the knife from the ground, my hands are bloody. And I turn towards him, and there's just blood, just gore, streaking my face and everything. And I look up into his eyes as he's running towards me with his crowbar, and I just say, "Whoa, easy. You don't want to kill me, do you?" And I'm going to use dangerous and sexy again, because I got 2 holds on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's just talk about this, all right? And I let that errant dreadlock fall in front of my face again, and he is continuing to run, and eventually he starts to slow down as he's getting really close, and he stops right in front of me.
He's like, "I already tried to hit you with a crowbar, didn't I?
Hey.
I just..."
Hey, eyes right here. You can't do anything right now, but look at me, remember? In fact,
All right.
I've got you completely paralyzed. You can't even talk. Because you're so interested in what you're seeing. I don't know if you're afraid, if you're just exhilarated that you can't speak, or if you're turned on, but the real truth of the matter is, you're dead. And I'm going to sucker him. As I was walking closer to him, I'm going to use my knife in his body.
Knife, meet body. Body, meet knife. Crowbar scar guy is impaled upon your sharp implement. That's it for combatants right now. Your friend with the brown teeth is sitting on the edge of the platform with empty hands. She's just crying to herself, and your 2 comrades are lying in the ground unconscious. And you hear the announcer, "Well, isn't that an interesting turn of events? We have a draw, it looks like. The 2 of you unwilling to kill each other for some reason? What if I said you had to?" And the crowd goes wild, and the woman who's sitting on the pedestal holds up her hands and starts shaking her head really vigorously. "What if I said that's not how this game works?"
What, are you going to send more fighters at me?
And then she explodes. And the crowd goes crazy. Some men who are dressed in similar robes to the ones that you remember from before, the blue robes, they crank a ladder down from these stands, and they descend on the ladder down to greet you. One of them has a bowl of water in his hands with a washcloth floating inside. This water smells fragrant. It smells perfumed, and he approaches you. The 2 men flanking him have platters of fruit. This is fresh food like you've never seen. And they attempt to feed and minister you.
minute. And I'm gonna walk over to Ruth and Hex, and they're administering to me. It's like, don't minister to me.
Yeah, they're like dabbing
Yeah.
at the cuts on your body and trying to like pop grapes in your mouth and shit.
No. Them. Help them.
They look at you confused. You have vanquished them. You are the sole winner.
And I look down at Ruth and Hex. And have they stopped convulsing? Are they?
Yeah,
Technically still breathing.
they are technically alive, but they don't look like they're in good condition.
I'm gonna read a sitch.
Okay.
I'm going to suss out whether or not, if I leave them, if they'll be okay. Because, here's the predicament. I could tell them that they're alive, and then they're probably just going to get killed. Or I can let them just stay like people think that they're dead, and then just hope that they, come to, because I know that they're still alive, but I don't know.
What would Locke do? Whoa.
Well, I'm gonna read a sitch. I'm gonna read a sitch to see whether or not you guys will come back.
I don't know what's going to tell you that. It will tell you really interesting things, but I'm excited to see.
So I got a 8 for reading a sitch.
So you can ask one of the questions.
Let me just. None of those questions.
That's why Rob was
this
like,
one. Are Hex and Ruth gonna be okay?
Oh.
Ooh, I didn't see that one written on my list.
All right.
You could open
then
your
I'll
brain to the world's psychic maelstrom.
Shit, I've never done that before.
What's your health like right now?
Oh, my health is fucking 1
Aces? Yeah, you're fine.
out of 12. I'm doing fine. I didn't realize things were so bad for them.
Because they're not constituted like you are. They get hit once or twice and they're toast.
Right. Well, you learn that as a battle babe.
Oh wait, what do you do with armor?
Strong. You minus it from whatever damage you take.
Oh,
Were you doing that?
no.
Oh.
Whatever.
All right.
That's okay.
We'll
roll with
this.
this.
I don't
Tell
know.
me a little bit about the people who are here.
You now have 3 silvery-headed men, bald people who are giving you a light breakfast. The announcer continues to rile up the crowd. He's describing the rest of the day's entertainment. People are very excited about that. There are a mixture of goat people and humans in the audience, it seems like. Excuse me. And you were slowly being ushered away, if you will allow yourself to be.
I guess seeing that they're still alive. Oh, I never asked my question. Did I?
No, you
Did I ask my
didn't.
question?
You
I don't
didn't.
think I did. Where's my best escape route?
Escape from what?
I don't know. I want to ask different questions. Okay, I'll let them lead me away.
Damn
As
you,
I am-
Apocalypse World!
I'm gonna turn to Ruth and just mumbling to myself and Hex. I'm gonna say, "It was good knowing you. Hope to see you again." And I'll take a grape.
Wow. How about that? Guys, I think we're going to leave it there for tonight.
All right.
That's it for us. That's
Damn
that's
you,
the
Ruth!
place
Why
I'll
did you
leave
touch me?
it. Locke takes a grape.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was Apocalypse World Session 4. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We're going to be back next week for Session 5. We'll see how long this series lasts. It was meant for 10, but it may end now.
Tonight.
Who knows? We'll see.
We'll see, guys.
That's not a bad ending, really, so we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do Endgame XP. I think I'd like to give it to... I want to stress that I was not making fun of you. You misspelled something, but I loved it. It was Lucas. And he said, Locke has a raging boner, but he wrote raging as ragging.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Locke has a ragging boner, and I lauged so hard. I want to give Endgame XP to Lucas for ragging boner.
Ragging boner.
Do we all agree?
Lucas.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Like I said, we'll be back next week. We have lots more goodies coming up for you in the coming months, so stay tuned. If you didn't check out our Ross Rifle stream from Monday night, you should check that out. They have a really cool game powered by the Apocalypse. It's going to be in Kickstarter October 4th, and we have a new project coming out November 1st. We talk a very teensy bit in name only in that video, so you might want to check that out. Other than that, we will see you back next Wednesday, and as my friend Justin always likes to say,
A hoogala boogala boo, a hoogala boogala bee.
hoogala boogala bee, guys. Good night.
Good night.
It's not stopping.